Me and my bitches toasting cause we living life. It took a few years to see what living like. You can try, baby, I'm the real shit. Cause it's 5 in the morning and we still lit.
Yeah, you know the deal, and they still lit.
What's poppin', what's poppin', what's poppin'? Welcome to Talk Spicy.
Where we don't know how to talk nicely. I'm the lit one, Ritz.
And I'm the ground breaking Gladdy. Fuck is wrong with y'all?
Oh shit.
Let's take the shots. Oh, wait. Because we got a special guest. Like a real pioneer of this shit, bro. Like, for real. The only individual I know that's my peer and is in this lane.
Yeah.
That's what's crazy. You want to introduce yourself or you want me to introduce you?
I can do it, man, but you was sounding like you would have done it a whole lot better than me. Damn, yo, I'm a pioneer. I wasn't even thinking that.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Feel me? Yeah, tell the people who you are, bro.
What's up, everybody? My name is Alan Murphy. Most people got to know me from my store. Used to sling sneakers back in the day. Now I sell insurance. I push policies.
Okay,
That's
cool.
big shit, though.
That is.
That's like...
To get into the insurance business is not easy.
It's a bit of a jump.
Yo, you just seen
It's a little different.
me mad as fucking my insurance people. You just seen that.
They can do what they want to do, though.
Literally, like 2 days ago.
Well, I'm saying, I might know a guy that knows a guy. You know what I mean? Like,
So tell us a little bit about your business, like insurance. Like
I opened up an insurance agency maybe back in April.
2020?
April of 2020.
Peak of Corona?
And the crazy thing is, right, I left my job at State Farm that I worked at for a couple of years in January of 2020. So like right before we even knew what a global pandemic was. Yeah. I was like, yo, I'm tired of this. This is what I'm about to do. And I jumped out the window. And then the Corona hit and it made it even that much more interesting. That much more of a challenge, but it's cool though. You know,
that's crazy.
We make it work.
That's crazy.
So what? So like you mentioned you sold sneakers.
Yeah.
Well, you had a whole store. It ain't just like you sold sneakers, bro.
Right.
You had a fucking
had a storefront. Like you open the door, ding dong.
I know you humble and shit, but modest. You trying to be modest, but listen, bro.
Yeah.
You had your own store.
Matter of fact, peep the T-shirt.
Like,
yeah. I broke this out just specifically for Talk Spicy. Like I never ever wear Coastal Kicks clothes, man. I never ever really do anything. I'm kind of like I'm kind of humble with it. I'm super shy, and I kind of just like remember back old school football. Remember Barry Sanders used to just score a touchdown, hand the football off to the ref, instead of dancing, celebrating anything. I've always been like that.
Next play, what's good?
Yeah, just what's next. But I figured, why not break out the old school Coastal Kicks?
And that's how I know you.
Yeah, everybody knows me from the store, man. So it's cool. It helped out.
How did you go to that transition from selling sneakers to wanting to be in the insurance business?
There was one day.
Somebody swiped them.
Don't do that! Talk Spicy.
Hey yo, we gotta get that. But it wasn't even that. Like even after that happened, I was still really heavily invested into the sneakers.
Yeah.
What happened? It was one day I was at my third store, right? And I remember it was one day this kid came in. It was in like July. He came in wanting a pair of Asics. He needed a pair of he wanted to try on a size 7.5 in these Asics Gel Light 5s. And so the kid comes into the store with his moms. He tries them on. I introduce him to the shoe. I tell him about the shoe, tell him everything, what's going on with it, the design concept, the whole story behind them, blah, blah, blah. He found a pair that fit him. He found a pair he liked. And so then they was like, all right, dude, appreciate you. We about to leave. And I'm like, whoa, what's going on? Y'all not about to buy them? And he tells me that there was a store in Las Vegas that had a specific colorway of them that he had wanted. So since nobody else sold them in the area, he just came by me to see what size fit him, so he knew what size to order.
Okay.
At that point, it became a situation where I'm no longer competing with the Foot Locker, the Foot Action, the Bozeman's, the Dr. Styles, and all of that. Now I'm competing with everybody in the country. Mm-hmm. And overnight, I thought about it and realized, this is gonna end. Like, this isn't going to work. Like, retail is going to die. E-commerce is going to eventually kill this. So I started looking into other avenues and started looking for things that I could potentially do that I wouldn't have to worry about losing out on internet sales. and stumbled into insurance. And
That's crazy.
So
'cause-
Here we are.
Is that what inspired you to transition from sneakers to insurance?
That was the whole thing.
Yeah.
That was it completely. It was that one kid. I will never forget him. He was about 16, 17. Came in with his moms. It was a sunny summer afternoon.
And he wanted
And
these.
he wanted the shoes, but he wanted them from someone else. So he just came by to me just to try them on. And I'm like, yo, you can't make money like this. Like, that's not going to be able to continue. If this is what's happening now once, 5 years from now, this is going to be the trend. This is what this is going to... Nah, I'm getting out of this.
Yeah.
And...
So
got into
really, you
insurance.
made that transition just in time. Truthfully,
got lucky.
Because buying sneakers, that's a luxury for most people. Most people aren't buying luxury things right now because we don't know what the fuck's happening in America.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like that's crazy.
It's wild. It worked itself out because it could have went very left. Like if I still had that sneaker store now in the day and age of the Rona.
Yeah. And if anything, insurance is something that people fall back on. So people are making sure everything's good right now.
Yeah.
Like I'm about to make sure I can't lose my house. I'm make sure I can't lose my car because I don't know if I'm gonna be able to pay my bills and shit.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's gangster. That was
wild.
a smart move. That was smart.
It just worked out. I got blessed. I got lucky.
Yeah.
Can't complain about that at all.
Yeah, 'cause
That's
you got some real. You done written up for like some real names out here.
We getting out there, yo.
I
Like
seen some of them pictures.
it's getting to the point now where it is hard to find a group of people. Like it's going to be hard to find like 10 people and I'm not writing a policy for one of them.
Yeah.
And that's insane, yo. Like I've only been doing this, really only been open what, 8 months maybe.
Not even a year.
And we really getting out there.
So you said you've been open up for 8 months, and I heard you mention you work for State Farm. Was that like a 9 to 5?
Yeah, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. But like I had a key to the door, and I'm a bit of a workaholic, yo. So I'm used to, you know what I'm saying, always being in the sneaker store, always being able to, you know what I'm saying, if I need to work, I can go to work. So even though it was a Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, you want insurance, even when I was working for the farm, I'm gonna pull up on Saturday. Yeah, come on through. I'm gonna pull up on a Sunday. Like I've just always been like that.
Yeah.
So now that you make your own hours, how many hours would you say like you dedicate to,
I'm always at work.
Yeah.
I'm always either at work or always off work at the same time. Like I'm really like, y'all remember the old school like Jake from State Farm commercials where the guys on the phone with him at 2:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm doing that, yo. Like
That's
I'm
the best one.
I'm
That's the realest one.
always
She like,
available.
who you talking to, nigga?
Yeah. I'm
Right.
and it'll really be me on the phone.
Yeah.
Like, yo, you can do this, you can do that, da.
It's Alan from Umbrella.
Yeah. Like I'm
wrong with
always
y'all?
available.
Yeah.
So you know, it doesn't stop. But I'm cool with that. It's a blessing to be able to do that. I'm kind of always wanting to do better. So
That's
the
what
ability
life
to
is.
not have to clock out at a certain time, and
That's a fact.
I need that.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
That's gangster.
So what was a couple key steps to you like? See, because I like the sneaker part too. So what was a couple of steps to you starting an entire store, and then what was the steps to you getting to the Umbrella?
With the sneaker store, I had just moved to Wilmington. Didn't know anybody but my daughter's mother and her family. I had gotten a job. I was selling cars for Kia, right? Mm-hmm. And then I remember I had gotten a job, like somehow ADT had recruited me. And I got a job at ADT. Got hired by ADT. ADT fires me on my first day.
Damn.
Fired me on my first day.
Damn,
I'm from Greensboro. They made me. Got fired on them. Yeah, yo, they canned me on the first day, right? Like they made me go back to Greensboro to get a criminal background record, and allegedly I have a couple of charges on my record, and they was like, yo, we're not gonna be able to work with this. So I quit one job, got fired on my first day from another job. So then I remember one night I'm sitting there and I'm on the computer and I'm on my phone scrolling through something, and I'm looking at these Year to Dragon KD5s, and I'm telling myself like, yo, whenever I get a job, I'm gonna buy these. And this just turned into, yo, I'm gonna open up a sneaker store. Like instead of waiting on somebody else to hire me so I can buy these, I'm gonna just open up a store, hire myself, and do it myself. And I just never looked back.
Yeah.
And just kept on going off of that.
That's so cool.
This probably was a bad idea. Like I never worked for no sneaker store, never worked for no Foot Locker, no Hibbett, no anywhere, and just said I'm gonna do it and jumped out the window.
Sometimes you have to though.
And you're a real sneaker fan.
Yeah.
You can really tell us the DNA on the sneaker.
I'm really into it.
That's
And
so crazy.
the craziest thing is now I'm able to do stuff that I couldn't do before. Like, I went like a good 9 years, never wore a pair of Nikes. Just because if anybody saw me with any, everybody would have been like, yo, you got those in store? Yeah, you got them in da-da-da?
But that shit would have went crazy.
Yeah.
Super crazy.
It worked.
It went crazy, but I'm talking about like over the top.
Yeah, and it's crazy to think about, like we in the hometown of Mike Jordan. And I made a household name selling sneakers and never ever once sold a Jordan.
Look,
never
it was
once.
So crazy.
That is crazy.
That's what I talked to my wife about that. Like, cause we went to this place called Courtside. Something like it was Courtside, right? Yeah. So they got they had. We went back and tried to go crazy again, but they was out of the mall. What was that, Crabtree?
Yeah, in Raleigh.
In Raleigh,
This was
like,
the most
Crabtree's the dope mall.
fucking modernized store ever. The
Yo, listen,
shoes are
all the
vacuum
Supreme,
sucked in.
They had Supreme that merged with North Face. They had all of this shit.
The collab, the bandana joint.
all
Yo, that
that
shit go
bro.
hard.
Yes.
They had all of this shit. They was taxing crazy though. But
A consignment.
some of
store.
the
Nah, you
this
walk
is the
up.
store.
the
You
shit-
could even order it in there. Like,
Yeah. In order to be able to do that, it's a consignment.
Okay, well, they definitely have
yeah.
everything.
Like they everywhere now, yo. They everywhere now. Like the consignment stores, like people will bring shoes to them and then you sell them and whatnot. But they don't really own the shoes. They don't own the accounts. But that's kind of like the way to go now.
It was like you walked up. The shoes are like vacuum sealed.
Yeah.
And then if you whatever size you need, you scan the
it,
shoe,
and tell you if it got
and
it.
it'll tell you.
I'm gonna tell you the sneakers
there
we
might
got.
be 2 people working at the store, but there's like 100 niggas in here.
We got 3 pair of shoes a piece. All of them was $500.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you which one.
Which would have been way above retail.
We got Champagne 8s. Only person I seen with them on is Drake. Talking about only person I seen with them on is Drake. We got the Champagne 8s. I got the Gammas only because I was trying to get the closing ceremonies. You feel me?
All black.
They only had the closing ceremonies in her size, so I had to get the Gammas, which is a decent joy. You feel me? And I'm like, damn, like, this shit is so crazy that these shoes only certain people got.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so I feel that. No, I'm talking about. I ain't even talking about the stores. I'm talking about people that's wearing them.
Able to buy them.
Yeah, so I'm looking at it like, damn, bro got the store. He can go crazy because if you got these type of shit, we coming crazy.
What's the difference between consignment and whatever?
There's 2 ways to do it. You either consignment or you hold the accounts. If you're consignment, you're and I thought that it would be a bad idea for this area because if you have consignment, you're dependent upon the people in the area bringing you the shoes. Whereas if you have the accounts, the shoes come directly to you from the brands, from the manufacturers. And the very first thing I did when I decided I was gonna open up a shoe store is I hit my uncle up. Like I knew my uncle used to run through DC back in the 80s and 90s, and I knew he had a friend that worked for Nike. So I'm like, yo, put me on your man. So he puts me on to his friend. Turns out his name was Howard White. At the time, Howard White was the president of Jordan. Howard White was running things. And Howard White told me never get into consignment because I was trying to get a Nike account. Whereas like how Bozeman's would do, right? You know what I'm saying? Like they was getting shoes directly from them and they sell it at retail or whatnot. That's what I was trying to do. That's the avenue I was trying to follow. So I followed the steps that Howard White told me to go ahead and get a Nike account so I could get the shoes directly in and then sell them directly out. There's a whole bunch of rules and everything you got to follow, but that's what I was going to do. So we went that route. And then later on came to find out, you know what, I don't really like this. Like when Nike tried to offer us a joint, it was kind of like, yo, this don't make sense. They wanted to tell me where to put the shoes. They wanted me to tell me where we was going to get this, how much of this we was going to get. And I was just supposed to cut them a blank check. And we eventually got to the point where I decided, yo, that doesn't really make sense to do that because I'm not about to pay you when you tell me what to do. So we decided against that, but it's a completely different world. And 9 years ago when I was doing the store, it made sense to do the accounts. Now, when you watch the way the world is, it kind of makes sense to do consignment.
Yeah.
But we didn't know that at the time.
Yeah, this is unexpected pandemic.
Yeah.
No one planned for goddamn COVID.
Nobody knew.
You gotta go
It's not just COVID. It's Jeff Bezos. It's e-commerce. Like the
kind of
world is
everything,
different now.
yeah.
Like stores. Like the necessity of a retail store isn't what it used to be. So I
I
ain't
can fuck
know.
with anybody say Payless. When Payless closed down, I was panicked.
Yo,
I'm a bitch with a larger foot.
It wasn't even.
And
It
I
wasn't even
fuck
on the
with
shoes.
Payless.
It was when Toys R Us closed. If Jeffrey
Everyone should
Giraffe
have listened.
couldn't survive,
That was the warning.
what
That
was
was
gonna
the
happen to little old me? Yeah, yo, that was a problem.
That's crazy.
And it's just the way of the world now.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So what was a couple key steps like in initiating your launch or your start off for like before the insurance? Like what was your initial?
What with the sneakers?
Yeah.
Really ain't know. I just said I was gonna do it. Ain't really had no experience. Instead of like hiring people from the, you know what I'm saying,
That's
from
a
the
popular.
industry.
That's a popular. Like,
Yeah, I just brought my homies along that I used to chill with back in the Greensboro. Like before we moved there, it was like, yo, this is what I'm here now. This is what I'm doing. Come on down. And I was fortunate enough to have real solid friends that was like, yo, I got you. And we just gonna come out here and we just gonna figure it out on our own.
That's hard to come by.
Yeah, that was
Just
a
telling Jay
real
that.
blessing.
Golly, that's
Just talk
crazy.
about that.
For real.
For real.
So what about the insurance part? Because I know that isn't an easy avenue.
It's a completely different avenue, but it's a very untapped avenue.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, nobody else really got into it. Nobody else was doing it. So it kind of felt like it was in the early days of the sneaker store. Like, Wilmington doesn't have a lot of things going on, but in a sense, it's kind of like the Wild Wild West. Because, like, if you really put your flag down, if you really say, yo, I'm doing this, you have no competition. There's nobody stopping you because there's nobody else doing it.
Yeah.
So since wasn't nobody else doing it, okay,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do it. And here we are.
Yeah. That's what's up.
For real.
That's what's up.
Just follow
You
your
gotta
nose.
you gotta take that risk when Peppy say, just do it.
So I
While
mean,
you're young, just do it.
That's a fact. So when you mentioned, I heard you mention your uncle. Is that the person that like really inspired you for everything?
Hell nah. Yo. When I swear to God, yo, I was in 4th grade, right? My uncle had bought me some Adidas joints for Christmas, right? So I'm all excited. I had this Adidas hoodie. Wear the Adidas hoodie to school. Ain't pay no attention to it. It was probably lunchtime before I realized the Adidas was spelled wrong. My Adidas hoodie ain't say Adidas. My Adidas hoodie said Adidas, and the little stripes was backwards.
Stop.
Yeah, so my uncle ain't inspired me for that. I just knew he was a plug. I just knew he knew a guy that could get me in there, and it just turned out the guy he knew was that nigga.
Adios.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give that word a meaning, and that's probably a word that I
Yo, so for like the second half of that whole day, yo, everybody clowning me. Yo, why your hoodie look like that? Why your hoodie spelled wrong? Yeah, yo. I ain't wear Adidas all through middle school, high school, none of that, yo, because I remember the Adidas hoodie.
You would have went
crazy.
viral for that.
Oh, yeah.
It would have been
Now,
you would have been a meme.
Yeah.
That was definitely before.
Because you know how the 3 stripes, it goes one way or whatever, right? But my 3 stripes was going the other way.
Your
And I
shit
ain't know no
was
difference.
diagonal.
I ain't know no better, man. My uncle bought me the Fugazi hoodie.
Shit look like a tiger claw. Like, what the fuck? That's funny.
But yeah, though.
All right. What would you say would be the next goal for your insurance business?
I don't know. I really don't know, and I'm excited to say I don't know. Everybody's focused on growing. Everybody wants to get bigger. Everybody wants to expand. Everybody wants to do more. And I really feel like if I just keep on doing that, which it is that I'm doing, eventually that's going to be inevitable. But in the meantime, you know, appreciate the ride. Take advantage of the journey. You know,
I like that.
Appreciate the little moments because you know you got billionaires committing suicide. Money does not bring happiness. It's got to be something else in your life
Say that one more time for the people. Money
Bill,
what?
money does not bring happiness. You got poor people that are happy. You got rich people that are depressed, wanting to kill themselves. It's got to be about the journey, the connections you make along the way, just the memories, the moments, and you know, just appreciating that. So I honestly really don't know where I want this
You're
thing to go
content.
to
Like,
next.
You're happy.
Yeah,
you're
I'm
good.
happy.
Income is the outcome. Like, you good.
No. Surprisingly, like if you look into business, you have Porter's 5 forces, and one of those 5, like it's the components that make a business or that make a successful business, and one of those is a barrier to entry. So basically, the harder it is to get into a business, the better the business will be because you technically have less competition. Insurance is very difficult business to get into due to the fact that even though it doesn't really cost a lot of money, it takes a long time for money to actually start to come in. You got to have a lot of bread stacked up just to be able to provide for yourself while you're building the business. So I'm at the point now where it's kind of just starting to kick in, and I'm able to, you know what I'm saying, do some things, but it's been a while where we weren't really making any money. It was just building.
Yeah, that's real though. You'll hear, some billion-dollar companies say like there are growing pains. Some companies don't last through the growing pains. Sometimes you gotta be able to survive through that, and then
they don't. They really don't. And like I remember when I was slinging sneakers with the store. Like, we never knew what was coming in. We never, ever knew. Never, like, we might make a whole lot of money one month, might not make any money another month. So, in that, there taught me, like, the bills don't stop. Like, regardless of if you're making money, if these sneakers is slinging or not, the bills don't stop. So, now I'm at a point where even if it's a bad month, there's still enough money to pay the bills. Like ain't nothing getting cut off. We living good.
Yeah.
So, I'm happy with that.
So did those months that like when it was slow and shit, did that affect your personal life?
It's
being an entrepreneur.
It affects everything. It just like I remember we sat in the store for a week before anybody even came in. Like when we first opened up, it was about a good week and a half before anybody bought anything. So it built in me an appreciation for everything that I'm able to sell. Like. It ingrained in me a knowledge of that, like, yo, you don't have to come in my store. You don't have to shop with me. You don't have to rock with me. You don't have to finance my bills. So anytime anybody purchases anything, whether if I made $5 off of it or $100 off of it, I'm still happy. I'm still excited. It's like, oh my God, you're buying this from me?
Yeah.
Really? So, and I've never really lost that appreciation from people that rock with me.
Yeah, that's cool. Do you have are you your only employee? Do you have anybody that like helps you get along?
You have some employees. See, that's why I keep going to the shoe store.
Yeah, with the store.
Times I hit you and you send me to the store and there's somebody else in there ringing me up.
And and what happened?
Boss moves. I feel you.
What happened is like you know what it is, yo. Like when you come to the store, you know how it would be like if I'm in there. Like I've never been the yo, let me know if I can help you type. You know what I'm saying? I've always been the yo, I'm gonna talk to you, I'm gonna joke around with you, I'm gonna remember things. Like it's been years since I've sold you a shoe, but I remember you're a size 12.
20 pair the last time I bought.
Well, yeah. hey, no front, glad ball.
We talking about at once.
But what I'm saying though is, yo, it's like
20 pair.
I still remember, you're a size 12 that can jump to an occasional 13 depending on the shoe. Like I remember this stuff.
Yo,
and it's
personal.
like, and you don't really see that when you go in normal stores. Like I really do make connections with people. So what would happen is I did that to the point where it was a fault. Like even if I would hire somebody and I wouldn't be in the store and whoever was I hired would come in, people would just be like, oh well, yo, just let me know when Al's here. I'll come back when Al's here. So my employees were becoming ineffective because they can't sell anything. Meanwhile, I'm the only one that's selling anything, so I'm just paying people to babysit the store.
Yeah.
So I realized that I'm too hands on. I was too close to it.
Yeah.
You say that. Yeah, that's a lot.
That's something that
look,
people don't think. I would have never thought about that. Like you're just trying to build relationships to have people go in the store.
Come back.
Yeah.
Do you say that's what
crazy.
Keep clients coming back or kept clients coming back?
I don't know.
Whenever.
I really don't know.
That's one of the reasons I got now.
I'm just me. Like
he know. Like,
I talk.
I got these.
But if this is this man's store, why would you not buy from anybody else?
That's just how it was.
That's
like,
so weird.
And you can't do nothing about
you
it.
go to Foot Locker or something, they'd be like, "Yo, can I help you?"
Yeah, and I wasn't doing
Yes,
that.
you can help
I'm
me.
about to tell you.
But can you help me?
It's people wanting validation, like, hey, I bought shoes from bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
which is
Do
dope.
you need shoes or not?
It's dope, and I appreciate that. But it was making
get
it
what-
impossible to do
That's
anything
what I'm
else.
saying. It's business. Business is business.
You gonna buy shoes anyway? Why not?
Yeah.
Nah, yo,
Foot Locker
I'll come back. I'll come back when Al here. When Al gonna be here?
That
You
is
And
buy
that
shoes anyway.
that
crazy.
used to kill me, but
That's blowing my mind.
it is what it is.
Damn.
That's crazy, but I
really
get it. I
crazy.
get both sides because you think, I'm about to go support when I don't know. Maybe they didn't understand that that's your money either
and
way.
that would just be how it was. And nowadays, yo, it's like I'm real interested in helping people out. So anybody that wants to come to me and ask you like, I get down with this, can I? I'm like, yeah. I'll teach you everything. Like what we were just talking about, yo. Like I want to help everybody out.
real.
I am knowledgeable of all of the things that people that look like us weren't taught, and I am adamant on teaching everybody anything I can to help them be able to further themselves. It's just. It's
Are you
a
willing to do the
process.
work, though?
Yeah, that be the thing.
The
Be
major.
100.
Everybody wants
Major
a job.
killer.
Nobody wants to work.
Or just be what squares or whatever we call honest. Just be honest. Like don't be swipey, bro.
That shit is weird to me.
Swiping, no swiping.
Man, them damn swipers.
Well,
you ain't swiping no insurance though.
hey, I wasn't even talking about that, but that
In
that made a good reference. Yeah, that was a good topic right there.
Everybody wants to set themselves up as an LLC, which is by definition a limited liability corporation. So what that means is if you have 10 partners and y'all get sued for $100,000, each one of y'all is responsible for $10,000 of it. The problem with this is if you're by yourself, if it's just you, then it doesn't really matter. You get sued for $10,000. I mean, $100,000. You still get sued for $100,000. But everybody wants to set themselves up as an LLC, thinking it benefits them. I was an S corp, so I was a corporation. So I was
Sole proprietor.
No. I started as a sole proprietor and then switched over to that being that of an S corp.
Okay.
So me in the S corp, the corporation that was the Sneak Dreams Holdings Corp, which owned Coastal Kicks, is completely different.
I get
Just because
it.
Coastal Kicks owes you money.
My,
Doesn't mean
my
I owe
light
you
bulb
money.
just went off, y'all. If my questions ain't make sense, nah. Okay.
But to say that though, nah, I'm completely done. I ain't never. I'm done. I'm done.
That's crazy.
Never sell another sneaker again.
All right.
So, do you see yourself having like employees or people that you pay, like I guess
Work for you,
commission?
sell your insurance, or like
I want to. I need to. We're growing to the point where it's like,
You sell life insurance?
yeah.
I do got a question. So, do you say your own rates? How does that?
Nah.
You don't have to say what you can't say, but
Nah.
how does that work?
I don't. Basically, the way it worked, when I worked for State Farm, I worked for State Farm. Like, all I could sell was State Farm products and policies and prices. If you didn't like the State Farm price, I couldn't do anything about it. Now, my obligation is to that of the consumer as opposed to the company. So, if, say, one carrier wants to charge you $98, but another carrier wants to charge you $87, I'm directly appointed with everybody, so we just go to whoever talks the nicest.
Okay, cool.
Or talk the
that
spiciest.
works. Nah, yeah. Basically, we gonna be
Cause I gotta make some money. So if you talking spicy, we good money. We good money.
Can I ask? Do you have several relationships with different companies? Can I
Yeah.
ask how many? Look, this is
I've got more honestly now than I can remember. Pretty much anybody, because not all carriers are the best at doing specific types of things. So if you want an automobile policy, I got people I prefer to write you with. If you got a lot of regs, tickets, accidents, suspensions, I got people I prefer to write you with. If you need a homeowners, I got people I prefer to write you with. A business, it just depends. I'm just appointed with a bunch of different carriers, so. We just put people's information in, and whoever talks the best, like I run them all individually, and we just go from that.
that's what's up.
Yeah,
That's cool.
it definitely,
That's cool.
it definitely
Yeah, that's
works.
beneficial to people that usually. Well, just speaking from myself, I go online and I search maybe 3 or 4, like that I've heard of or that I've seen on TV, whatever that sounds the best. Like to have the opportunity to go to somebody and you have relationships with more than just the 4 that I'm willing to search. That's what's up.
Yeah, like the way I see it, I owe that to anybody that rocks with me, yo. Like, you don't have to worry about anything. Like, I'm gonna be the one that's gonna pay attention to this. I'm gonna notice when this carrier drops their rates, when this carrier increases their rates, when this carrier doesn't do this, when this carrier does do that. And instead of just telling you, look, this is what you're stuck with, this is what you have to pay. I come at you with opportunities like, look, we can do this. You can save money with this. You might be want to do that.
That's
and I just feel like that builds value in the business as
a
opposed
lot
to
of
just.
value.
Yeah.
That's a lot of value.
I just
That's
ready to
relevant as
I ain't gonna
fuck.
say that.
You got to do that.
Ready to do some bullshit.
Yeah, but
To
that's
the
relevant
DMV.
though. That's crazy.
My insurance company.
That's crazy.
I feel like they're in cahoots, and that was some BS.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That's crazy.
So do you say that's your way of like giving back to the community?
Nah, not yet. Some of the finances that we'll be able to make off of doing this in the long run is how I'll be able to give back to the community. It is real important to me. Like if you watch it, yo, like back in the day, like people used to be like, yo, you own a business, yo, you're self-employed, you know what I'm saying, shop black business, da. But I was spending $3,500 a month in rent in my downtown store. So even
Just
though
rent.
I was just rent.
That's not utilities. People.
None of that.
Just throwing that out there.
Not utilities, not cost of goods sold, not anything, just rent. So the way I see it, even though I was technically self-employed, I really worked for the landlord. So my goal is to be able to buy buildings. I want to buy buildings and make those buildings available to the next me. Yeah. And when I'm able to do that and I'm able to tell them, yo, just do your thing, grow your business, learn, don't worry about this, don't worry about the bills, just invest in yourself. When I'm able to do that and they're able to take those funds that they didn't blow on rent and invest that in other businesses owned by people that look like us. Yeah. That's my goal of contributing to the community.
That make your heart warm.
Yeah,
for real. Like that felt good hearing you say that just now.
The landlords really own everything.
Yeah.
And it's not a lot of people that look like us that are landlords.
Yes, sir.
And I feel like it is my obligation to change that.
Yeah.
So, hopefully that'll come.
For real.
Well, I would have asked what brings people, coming back to you, or why should people choose your insurance over everybody else? But I feel like you just explained that because you're not just giving them one rate.
Nah.
You're about to compare.
This is your best rate. Stupid.
Yeah.
Because
I checked for you.
Pretty much. And it's a crazy way to do business, yo. Like, it's a lot of. So we get to the point now, yo, where it's like I'll turn people away. It's gotta be a relationship. It's gotta be. I'm not just going to sell you a sheet of paper, like. And even if I do just give you a sheet of paper, like, we have an ongoing relationship. Like, these policies last over the course of 6 months, over the course of a year. Like, we've got to be able to get along. Like, if you can't trust me, or if you question me, or if I need to question you, this probably isn't going to work off gate.
It's a dub.
Yeah,
Moving on.
But if you trust me and allow me to really, really, really work for you, I'm gonna work for you better than anybody else ever did, and I'm gonna tell you things that nobody else ever wanted to tell you because it wasn't profitable for them to tell you.
Yeah.
And the way I see it, the more money that's in all of our pockets, the better for us.
Yeah.
It does me no benefit to have some young person that looks like us paying an exorbitant amount of money in a policy. I'd rather show you how to get that down over the course of time. Yeah.
That's what's up. Well, tell the people where to find you at, because I feel like a lot of people need this.
Like all your social media.
Oh my goodness! Anywhere to find you, your services, all that shit. For real.
This is really detrimental.
For real.
Like, especially, hold on, before you give them that, especially in the element we in right now, to where black people is doing this to black people, and y'all don't have no life insurance.
Nah, which is
one.
crazy, which makes no sense, yo. And it's like, life insurance is a tough thing to talk about, really, because like the only time people really think about it is when somebody that was here is no longer here.
Then it's too late.
Yeah, but it's like, from a professional standpoint, you don't want to look like you're trying to capitalize off of somebody's demise. So I'm normally pretty hesitant to really speak on it, but. That's how a lot of these other demographics were doing things. Like a lot of other demographics, like when somebody would die, their children would get hundreds of thousands of dollars to further and betterment themselves. Meanwhile, when our people would die, we stuck looking for
Starting
money.
GoFundMes.
Doing fish fries.
Literally.
Yeah.
No,
And-
not even trying to be funny. Like,
Yeah, and that's sad, and I am adamant on changing that. If I can get to the point where my work has created another generation of people that look like us in this community with $50, $100, $250,000 to further and betterment themselves off of a life policy that I sold to their predecessors, something I did worked.
Yeah.
It was right.
No,
That's the goal.
that was a good point, because I just feel like that, and that'll put people in debt.
Mm-hmm.
That'll lose people's houses. Like, just because you're out here, being frivolous, you got 6 kids,
Mm-hmm.
and you're not, protecting them, or you're the best dad. What happens when you're out here doing this stupid shit and you pass away?
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
And now they got nothing.
yeah.
And the thing is, people don't even understand like how cheap like life insurance is. Like it really don't cost nothing. Like, I wrote a joint for myself. I put $500,000 on myself, and it's like $34.
$34 a month.
But if I was to kick the bucket, my kids will
real good.
never worry about anything.
Yeah.
And that's major. But it's like you can't really just go up to people like, hey, you need this. You kind of just gotta let them come to you.
Yeah, and it's weird. It's like you're doing the most riskiest behavior. Not saying that that's the only people who pass away, because goddamn, you could walk out the door and
It's real easy to
But
wake up dead
that's
tomorrow.
far in
everybody
between, though.
gets in a car.
But that's far and in between.
Yeah, everybody's getting in a fucking car.
I'm talking about
anything can happen.
I'm referring to in our community,
Yeah.
people that look like us.
Yeah.
A lot of you are doing like
Risky behavior.
a lot of
There's
risky
a risk
behavior.
factor.
With no
Because
protection.
y'all trying to prove something, and you putting your mama in a situation to have to lose almost everything she got,
Because she loved her son so much,
which is not right.
and she gonna give it all up.
Especially considering the climate of this world, we live in a world right now that wants us in the ground. It's very easy. You have to defy the odds every day to be able to go to sleep at night.
Yeah.
And people just, I don't know.
So go ahead and tell the people where they can find you.
Tell them where to find you.
Tell me your name once again. Yeah.
My name is Alan Murphy. It's spelled wrong on Facebook on purpose. ALLENMURPHY. I got a website. Give me a little bit of time on it. Like, I don't really like the website. I'm trying to find somebody else for it. But MurphyInsuranceCO.com. Phone number is 910-290-6040. My office is 321 North Front Street, downtown Wilmington, in the Cotton Exchange building, right next to Cape Fear. I'm pretty much like the easiest person in Wilmington to find.
Yeah.
I'm always in the
Readily
same area.
available for you.
Readily available. I do it all. I was on the phone last night with somebody. It was like 12 o'clock, and they had just got into an accident, and I'm working on it, taking care of them. We don't shut down. Yeah. Just call me.
Thanks for coming to the show.
Right.
Hey, I
This was a good
appreciate-
talk. I
appreciate
feel like
y'all
I
having
learned
me.
a lot.
Yeah, for
I
real.
don't feel like I learned a lot. I learned something.
And I just went through some bullshit with the
Yes,
insurance
like
company.
we'll talk to you once all
Like,
this shit
yeah.
get rolling.
Yeah.
because
Just
That's
hit me.
crazy.
Just hit me. Like, I'm real big on your, like, even if I don't write a policy for you, if you got a question, just call me.
Gangsta.
Like just call me, just inbox me, just whatever. Like, I want to be able to share any knowledge that I have off of this, anything that I went through to acquire this knowledge over the years and the courses and everything like that. I am compelled to share that with everybody. So just hit me. I'm very easy to find.
Alan Murphy.
But I appreciate y'all. This is dope, man. Like, this is
appreciate
cool.
you.
Yeah,
This is
thank
cool.
you.
This is cool.
Thank you.
Cause sometimes we run out of shit to talk about. If it's just me.
This
and
was
her.
a good one. This was a good one.
That's when we gotta watch TV. We talk about a lot of shit. We be all over the place. Like, some of this shit just really needed. We don't have time to do all of this. Sometimes with the conversation we have, it just goes somewhere else, and we be like, damn, we should have at least went live with that.
Yeah.
Because we go all over
This
the
is
place.
good.
But I
That
feel
was
like this is
good
detrimental.
information.
Hey, well, I'm
This
happy.
is very necessary.
For real.
Yeah.
Insurance.
I'm happy I can help you. It's something that everybody needs.
That's a fact.
I'm happy to be able to help.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Especially in our community, bro. And once again, we appreciate you for
Talk spicy.
Talk spicy.
coming. Yeah, bro. You feel me? Gang.
Me and my bitches toasting cause we